Today we're gonna make sweet and sour chicken with fluffy white rice. We're gonna use the outer shell of the pineapple to serve our meal. Okay, so we're gonna start with cutting the pineapple in two. We're gonna cut it in the middle or close to the middle. So we're gonna turn it on the side, and it's always good to start cutting from the bottom to the top. So you're gonna poke the knife in the center. You want to get the stem or whatever it's called as well. Okay, so you have two halves. We're only gonna need one. Oh, this looks juicy and nice, so we're gonna use the bigger half. I think this one. So we're gonna set this one aside. And we're gonna get this handy little carving knife. We're gonna carve the side and ensure that we don't puncture the outside of the shell. And we're gonna start from here. Then we're gonna get a dish to put these in. We're gonna use some of those for the sweet and sour chicken. You don't have to use a knife. If you have a spoon, you can use a spoon, but I'm just being short-handed. And the juice, we're gonna also pour the juice in there as well, because we're gonna need it for our sweet and sour sauce. Okay, so we're back. Off camera, I did the final cleaning up. This is what we got. Ooh, a whole lot of juice there. We're gonna need that juice and some of those pineapples for our chicken. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and set these aside. There you go, all cleaned up. Bring our chicken into play. These are deboned chicken thighs and the leg, so it's basically leg quarters I deboned. To me personally, I prefer the thighs and the leg quarters over the chicken breast, because sometimes the breast can get a bit I don't know, I just think the thighs, it's just my personal preference. So these are some of the seasoning I'll be using. This is Maggie all-purpose, Badia garlic powder. You can get any brand, it doesn't matter. Miss Dash garlic and herb. We're gonna get some paprika for coloring. Black pepper. Some kikoma and soy sauce for marinade. Some good old Grace Jamaican browning. My favorite, garlic. I got these pre-shelled because it's much more convenient. We're gonna need cornstarch for our gravy. And we're not gonna use too much seasoning because we don't want to counteract the flavor. Just enough. We're gonna start with our mustache. Oh, and another thing, what I did, I got my chicken as dry as I could, because the drier the chicken, the crispier it fries. So not too much seasoning. I don't really use measuring. As they say, you just pour until your ancestor says stop. This is my favorite. I like always have a Maggie all-purpose. Like, it's a must-have. Then we're gonna get our garlic powder. I really need to get a new one because this is almost finished. And then I'm gonna pour it all over. Paprika. I don't measure this either. Okay, gotta get it all over there. I'm not really a big fan of black pepper, so I try not to use too much of it. Just enough to get the ball rolling. Okay, and then I'm gonna tip all the browning in, just enough to give it a little color as well. Maybe about a few drops. Yeah, that's enough. So it will work well with the paprika. Then we're gonna use a little soy sauce, and this is just good for marinade. And we're gonna put this down for like 30 minutes. Normally I would do it overnight, but I didn't get a chance to, so it's whatever. It's still gonna be good and delicious. So we're gonna rub in. I personally like to use my fingers to rub in my seasoning. So to me personally, it gets the flavor distributed all over the chicken. So you can use a spoon, whichever is convenient for you. I'm going to add some Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper to this as well, because I like my food spicy, but that's optional. I'm going to cover this, set it aside for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to get it ready to fry. So I'll be back in another 30 minutes. While our chicken is marinating, we're gonna get some tomato ketchup, our soy sauce, and our cornstarch. We're gonna make the sauce, some brown sugar, the pineapple that we carved out, and with the pineapple juice we're gonna need that. Ooh. We're gonna add some allspice to our sauce, and this is my personal ingredient, some butter for my sauce. I don't know, I just think adding butter brings a personal touch to it. We're gonna get a pan that we can put all the mixtures together. The sugar, and some ketchup. I personally do not measure. I just add until the ancestors say stop. Okay. Alright, sugar, some soy sauce. As I said before, I do not do a lot of measuring. I just hopefully my next video I can give some measurement of what I'm using. Get all the juice in there. All that juice. Yep, we're gonna get some pineapples in there, the smaller pieces, because we're gonna use some of those for the chicken as well. Doesn't matter. Okay. This, we're not gonna use this right now, the cornstarch, because we're gonna use it to thicken the gravy. After combining all the ingredients together, we're gonna put it in on the stove on low heat. I personally love spicy food, so I just get a piece of Scotch bonnet pepper, drop it in. I love garlic as well, so I just cut them into 4 pieces, drop them in there as well. That's just for my personal taste and flavor. We're gonna let that simmer. Can probably get the stove up a little bit, put more heat on it. This is perfect. And I personally, I love pimentos, so like in most things I'm cooking, I put maybe 2 or 3 pimentos in there. And then, as I said, I love spicy, so what I do, I get me some red pepper, some crushed pepper. This is a personal preference though. If you don't like spicy food, this is optional. I want my sweet and sour to be sweet, sour, and spicy. And over there, don't mind my Dutch pot. This is really old. It was a gift from my son's great grandmother. Yeah, I brought it from Jamaica. It brings out the flavor in everything. So that's where I'm gonna fry my my chicken. So in the meantime, our sauce is boiling. We're gonna get some cornstarch, not too much, because I put the pineapple chunks in there, that will like thicken up the sauce enough, so you don't need too much. And we're gonna get some water, just enough to mix it out. You don't want any lumps in your sauce, so it's always good to mix it with some water first and get it mixed thoroughly. So while our sauce is simmering, we're gonna add that cornstarch mixed with water. Just need enough to get that sauce thickened. We don't want to get it too thick. Okay, so meanwhile we're waiting for the oil to heat up. We're back to our chicken. I have some flour. This is pre-seasoned. I just use salt, black pepper, and some garlic powder. As I said before, I love garlic. We're just gonna whisk this just to get the seasoning all distributed. We're gonna get our chicken. So we're gonna pour it all in. And just get my small little teaspoon. Get that all in. We don't need too much flour on there either. We just need enough to get it crispy and nice. And with this method, you realize that I don't use my bare hands, because it's not required, because we don't need too much flour on the chicken, just enough. We're gonna dust it off a bit before we put them in the oil. Just ensure that all corners and all pieces get that flour. Okay, so our first set of chicken are out. And then we got the second set here. So we're gonna allow that to fry. And meanwhile we allow this to fry, we're gonna go and cut up the seasoning for Okay, so we're back. So I get bell peppers. I get the yellow ones, the red ones, and the green ones, and onion. You don't need these too small. Okay, so our final step is to get those seasoning in. So I'm gonna use some extra virgin olive oil. You can get whatever brand you like. You don't need much. Just need enough to play around in the pot. I don't want to get the oil too hot. So I'm gonna throw a little piece of garlic in there. Then we're gonna get our onions. We don't want those in there. Just our onions. Then we're gonna get our peppers. All our peppers. The pineapple with the onion and the peppers. Gonna make it perfect. I personally like to add a bit of kosher salt. Not too much. Just a little bit to incorporate the sugar. Then our chicken. Woo. What I like to do, just a little juice. Don't throw it on the chicken. Throw it to the side. Just to bring that flavor out. Trust me, this is gonna be perfect. Spin that round. And then we have our sauce right here. Look at that sauce. Oh, look at that. So we're gonna pour it all over the chicken. I'm gonna get in all that sauce. And that's the sound of our rice, just in time. Ooh, I wish y'all could smell this. Like, it is just right. You gotta keep the stove on low. Don't want too much heat. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna add just a bit more kosher salt to enhance the flavor a bit. Alright, so there you have it. Sweet and sour chicken with pineapple. Look at that. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay guys, so that's the final product. That's our fluffy rice. And that's our chicken. Look at that. Look at that. That's our fluffy rice. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share.